How has your company prepared itself for a recovery of international passenger traffic?
Well, here at DFI, we have we put a lot of work into getting prepared for when international traffic starts again in airports, and since the start of lockdown, we've really been trying to communicate as much as possible with our clients, keeping talking with them, understanding what they're going through, understanding their needs, so we can adapt what we're doing and what we're supplying to meet their needs. So what we've done is we've not been idle. In fact, we've been very busy, and on the back of conversations with retailers about how they are looking to make changes for a post-lockdown operation, it was clear that there was a need for some consumer-focused personal protection equipment, and something that was not too expensive and was easy as a grab-and-go solution. And that's what we developed. So we came up with the FlySafe brand, and the FlySafe brand is a nice pre-packed kit that has all the essentials that a passenger will need, with gloves and masks and wipes and sanitizer in there as well. So it's an all-in-one grab-and-go kit. And designed specifically for the airports. Now we understand that passengers will probably come and have to come to the airport with masks, but what we see as the opportunity is it's one of those products that when you see it, you will want to buy it, because you need a backup or some spare, just something to put in your bag. And we think we're pretty confident that it will become an absolutely key impulse item for most airport retailers in the post-lockdown world, and beyond that as well. I think it will become a staple of most airport retailers.
What is your motivation for exhibiting at Travel Retail Marketplace, and what are the features that particularly attracted you to the event?
Well, our motivation for exhibiting at the TR Marketplace is fundamental to our business, really. We really think this is a fantastic idea, a great innovation by the team at TRBusiness, and it's absolutely needed by the industry, particularly for small companies like us. And there are a whole load of companies and suppliers like DFI who don't get regular access to all the clients and can't fly around to see everyone. We don't have great sales teams, so the traditional conferences are a key sort of punctuation in the year for us, and we use these to springboard into the next development of products. And what we really love about the TR Marketplace is that our products and services can get seen by everyone, not just those people on our prospect list. And and it's not just about new business for us. We also see this as a great opportunity to connect with our regular clients, and develop business with them, talk about our new products, understand crucially what their business plans are for the next 12 months, and what challenges they've got, and how we can adapt to help them. So one of the main things is that it looks very easy to set up, so we don't need to get a team of web designers in to set up our brand. We can do this ourselves, or with the help very quickly, and create an environment that's compelling to clients to look at. The other thing is some of the features that with the appointments, and make it really easy to follow up after the meetings. I think that's really exciting, and will make my job a lot easier compared to the traditional sort of conferences. And I think we're really also looking forward to some of the community aspects around that. Some of the seminars and webinars that are going on, as well as the award ceremony, which is great, and just really getting a feel and a vibe, which is important for what people are thinking in the industry. What's the mood, and what are the key challenges? I'd say it will probably be dominated by post-COVID, but I still think there's sustainability, which obviously is core to our business, will still play a big part in most people's lives.
How do you believe consumer buying habits and priorities have changed during this period, and how must the industry make changes?
there will be huge changes when airports open, and customer buying habits and needs will have changed. Now, there's a lot that we can learn from domestic in this, and I think in the UK shops are only just starting to open, but there's a lot that we can learn from what's happened in China, and looking through to how shoppers are shopping, and those will give great indicators for how things will work in travel retail. No one really knows what is going to be winning and what's going to lose, but one of the main things that we do know is the passenger numbers will be low. So every passenger that comes into the airport is a key opportunity for retailers, and once they're into your store, you need to be maximizing every opportunity with them. So you need to grow their basket as much as possible. You need certainly to be not losing any opportunities or leaving money on the shop floor. So I think there is a big challenge for retailers to do that, and I think just getting back to some of the basic retail and the retail basics is going to be absolutely crucial. So I think getting your core range right, and just thinking about making those brands accessible to shoppers, particularly with social distancing in mind. Can they get to them easily? Can they shop the categories easily? So thinking around that, and I know a lot of our clients and retailers out there are doing that and are looking at that very well. The other thing is, let's try and increase the basket size. Let's put in a really good impulse range as well. So looking at trying to get incremental sales that won't cannibalize the existing sales, so that's going to be key. And then also, the biggest sales tool that you have in stores is the sales staff. And now, how is social distancing going to impact their ability to interact with shoppers? And I think they will have to. It's a really important part of the shopping experience, and the shoppers will need reassurance more than ever, and just leaving them alone will be a big mistake. So looking at how your shoppers can work effectively will be crucial. So those are the three core retail basics, but there will be some external factors that I think will really change the way that shoppers will behave and the way that the shops will operate. And there's three key ones. The main one really is time, and it's a very important factor to all airport retailers, but it will be more important now. The good thing is that most passengers now will be allowing a lot more time for their journeys, which is fantastic. So they'll be in the airport for a lot longer than they were before, and we know from previous studies that the longer they're in the airport, there's a great correlation with the number with the amount of stuff that they buy. The sales go up the longer they're there. So that's a positive. Also, another positive could be the operations systems, maybe the one-way systems that are put in place, and it could have a positive impact on sales. A company that we work closely with, Shopper Retail Insights in the UK, have just done a survey into some work on supermarkets in the UK, where they saw that the one-way systems were actually putting people into aisles that they wouldn't normally go into, and because the flow of traffic is actually slower, they were seeing more products than they would normally. And actually, when you looked at the baskets were bigger and more diverse. So there's a potential positive. Now, I'm not suggesting that an IKEA style yellow brick road will work for airport stores, but obviously people are time sensitive, but there are certain elements that we can learn from that I think would really help increase that basket. So again, a lot of learning, a lot of research is going to be needed once we do open, to make sure that we're doing things in the right way. The other big factor that will really impact footfall and passenger behavior in store is reassurance of the passengers. They will be anxious about crowds and being in too much of a crowd. They will also be anxious about getting to their gate and whether they're going to miss their booking slot. So the retailers will have to work very hard to communicate with them and reassure them about the times that they have to allow, and keep them in a happy place. So one of the things that could be a big big impact on shopper behaviour is the queue, because the queue at the till could be very long, and that, if it's perceived to be too long, will instantly put passengers off, and actually will probably cause a lot of people abandoning their shopping, which is a cardinal sin in retail. But it's not just about sort of managing and communicating the queue times. I think that will be important, but it's also then the general shopping around the store. What we've seen in the past is that more congested stores put people off. And again, Shopper Retail Insight did some work recently in an airport store, and they showed that in key categories, when there was congestion, it actually dropped the footfall coming into the store by 25%. Now that's going to be even more amplified with COVID as well. So again, a lot of work will need to be looked at on making sure those passenger flows do not have pinch points, and we do not have perceived congestion in the store, because that will stop people coming through. So those are the sorts of things that I see as really important for retailers and brands within those retailers to maximize the opportunities with shoppers in airports.